Hey everybody, welcome back to the Glom Initiatives YouTube channel. And today we are going to talk a little bit about healing. Interesting topic, interesting process. I feel like healing emotionally and psychologically is very similar to the process that happens physiologically. It's almost like skin. There's always layers to it. And just when you think that you are finished with the process, because it looks as if the surface is healed, you realize that no, underneath that skin or that surface scar, there's more work to be done. So what do we heal from? Why do we heal? Why do we need to heal? And what causes us to have to heal? Obviously, we can need to do healing around emotional challenges, issues, things that we experience, disappointments. We can need to heal from traumatic experiences that either we have witnessed or been a part of. And again, like I said in the beginning, sometimes we think we've done the work, and despite our best efforts, there's still additional work to do. So this leads me to a story that happened to me recently. I traveled to the UK, and there are certain places in the world that call to me. And there is a little town, a little southern town in England called Arundel that is one of those places for me. I attended college there 20 plus years ago and had not been for 24 years, I believe. And so I decided to take a journey back to Arundel. And had to take a train from London, take a train from Oxford. So it was quite a journey. Missed a train got canceled, lots of disagreeable forces trying to inhibit me reaching my destination. And as the train pulled into the station late that evening, I step on the platform and I see the sign to Arundel, and I have this physiologic response. I'm kind of shaky and not really anxious, but there was a somatic experience with seeing the sign and knowing that I was breathing that air again. And so I noticed a young man on the elevated platform with a collapsible bike, and he's kind of struggling a little bit to get his bike together and get down the stairs to the platform. And so he and I meet up again down at the ground level as he and I both were waiting for our taxi. And he was pleasant. We started a conversation, and he inquired as to why I was in town. And I told him that I had attended college there years ago and that I had come back to visit. And he asked me what I did for a living, and I told him that I was a strategist, developmental strategist, and that I use psychology to help people improve their well-being and thrive. And he thought that was really interesting. And so I reciprocated, and I asked him what he was doing in town. And he said that he was part of a film production team on a feature film. And I told him that I was a theater major when I had studied in Arundel previously. And he said, "Oh, that's really interesting." And we talked about the similarities of psychology and film. And I said to him, "Well, in film, you're telling a story." And he said to me, "It's deeper than that. It goes deeper than that." And so I listened as he suggested that film and theater is an opportunity to not only explore emotion, but evoke emotion. And so I found that really, really not only interesting, but kind of profound, because I don't think that I had made the correlation between my love of theater and my pursuit of psychology until that moment. And so he was very kind. Our taxis came. He wished me well. The young man's name is Will. So Will, if you're watching, hey, how are you? Hope the film's going well. And our parting words were this. He said to me, I hope you find what you're looking for here in Arundel. And up to that moment, I don't know that I was seeking or searching for anything. However, like I said at the beginning of the video, certain places call me or call to me. And so I answered the call and I showed up. So fast forward, I had a very short 3 days in Arundel. But one of the gifts that I received on this visit is this. When we need to heal and when we have memories, particularly of the traumatic kind, of the very, very strong, emotional kind, there are different aspects to why those experiences are so impactful to us. Number one, you have memories of certain things because of the environment. Number two, there is an emotional component to memory. There's an emotional affect to memory. And then, of course, you have like a physical experience as well. And so for me, I realized Arundel is a pivotal place in my development because it was a place that I began to heal. My father died when I was a freshman, and it was first semester freshman year. And I went to Arundel the following year, and it was the place that I began to heal emotionally. And so it never occurred to me until this trip. That is why that place, that's why I hold it so dear and why it is so special to me, because it was the beginning of my opening up and of my coming back into the world after losing my father at 18 years old and being traumatized. And so Arundel was like an elixir after a year and a half of turmoil. And so now I understand why it's a place that calls to me, because it's a place that I began to feel safe and I began to feel whole again. And so I share this with you to say that healing has so many levels. It's been almost 30 years since my father passed. However, fast forward to today, and that journey took me right back to being 18 years old and what that place and that space meant to me. So think about that as you consider the things that you are processing, the things that you have done work to heal or haven't done work to heal. Understand that it is a lifelong journey and that development takes time. And even when you know you've done a lot of work, there's always work to do. So consider that. Leave me some comments if you have any thoughts or any feedback. Just wanted to share my experience and my epiphany with you. Take care. Thanks for watching. Do you have the courage to show up for your own life? To realize your vision and unlock your potential, contact GLOM Initiatives at 757-550-4987 or glominitiatives.com.